Okay, check. I think that's better. Yeah, that's way better. Alright.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
Stanley.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stepped out. The sensitivity is really high. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, like there. That's better. Alright, stepped out. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No.
Can't jump.
This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Maybe if we spam it, he'll say something.
I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
No, it's not doing anything.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Can I open this door?
Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
So nope. I'm gonna turn down that sensitivity a little bit more.
Soon, very soon now, this will
better.
end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. End is never the end is never the end is loading. Okay. We'll walk outside this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I'm going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Anything
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
In there? No. In there? No. In there? No. 450? Nope. Alright, employees lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
What
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in. Can we get a soda? No?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yup.
Really worth it.
Yup. Happy you noticed. This one says a lot.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Is that what you think?
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
It's my fault? in this
Stanley
box?
sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Mm-hmm. What's the message? You should tell me. What's that say? Journal of something. For what day? I can't read that at all. I can't read that at all.
But at last,
Alright,
he
sure.
had enough of the
452.
amazing room and took the first
453.
open door on his left to get back to business.
454. Should I listen to him? I don't really know. I don't feel like it. What's in
Stanley
here?
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Do
wasn't
not
5
lie.
years
If you are
ago.
lying right now, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the calculator. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Nah, I'm
really,
gonna
no.
$5,000 I owe ya.
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
I didn't-
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I didn't mean to kill him. It's been a long time since I played this. I don't remember all the endings. I don't remember many of them.
How
I
long
remember
was he
one of
sitting
them
there?
going
Stanley
outside.
wondered to himself.
Wait, what?
Minutes? Days? Centuries?
This is different.
Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Nope. Locked. Locked. 420? Hmm. Ah, yes. The gentle tree. Hmm. Looks a little different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Sure,
he
I'll go to
entered
the
the
left.
door on his left.
Fine. 413, nope. 412, nope. Unmarked. 411. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here
The
either.
future was yesterday,
Feeling
tomorrow
a
is now.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping
Push
he might
for
find
funding
an
for
answer
R&D
there.
of new coffee machine. Standardized graphs 40 times wide. Not efficient money-wise. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Okay. Energize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Okay. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... I don't know. What's that say? Looks too erased for me to read it. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. And reflect. Employee 417, 405, 416, 491, 431, and Jim. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Okay. Please no more charts. I'm begging. The boss appreciation minute. Oh, fuck yeah. I love my boss. I love everything he does. He pays me well. He's a good guy. He gives me everything I need to live. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict. Oh, shit. What are your dreams for the future? Talk radio, mitosis, plant life, success, metamorphosis, pollution, spring break, clear skin, less air. Tips for not getting fired: talk less, do unbelievably amazing work at all the time, every day. No expectation of promotion or recognition. Please don't get fired. How to solve a dispute with a coworker: let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, and resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Sounds like a great cycle. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. All right. Thank you. Do I have feet? No, I'm not like them. Number of slides in this slide. Okay, slides. There's charts, and there's charts and slides. I only see a graph, a pie chart. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Okay, charts, numbers. I did get. Oh, we looped. Okay, what's on the bi-quarterly post-review? We need. What's that say? More/less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, always good. More water cooler heaters. That's a little oxymoronic. Chart needs to be more hip to appeal to the teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in the teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. I like that movie. Wait, no, it's Adult Trap. Is it? I forget, man. It was a long time, but I liked it when I was young. With, I think it's Lindsay Lohan. Work harder, hard worker. Parent Trap. Parent Trap. That's what it was. Teenagers. Size of demographic. A lot of percentage. And the space between the teenagers. Okay. Throw something in the ideas bin. Oh, it's garbage. No more bins. / trash cans. Renaming of the of the ideas bin. Firing of me. Oh. And we got to synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market parade, maybe. Monetize free to play. And top something. All right, we'll go forward. Is he still locked in the broom closet? Hey, we can go in the broom closet. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You can't get me out of here. I like this closet. It's nice. Is there a light switch?
Here. No choice to make.
Turn out the lights
to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I want to use the broom, dude. I could bring it with me. He'll be my friend. Let's name you Paul.
It was baffling that Stanley was still
Paul.
just sitting in the broom closet.
You want to come with me?
Even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with.
You thought.
Literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh. Nope, we ain't going out there. Come on, Paul. Let's go.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please
I don't know.
offer
It's
me
making
some
you
explanation
upset.
here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm pretty happy with that. I like that you're getting annoyed with me. Disembodied God voice.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If
No.
I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for
Well, I'm exploring it because on the fucking thing it said somebody was locked in here.
This closet is of absolutely no significance
So I wanna
to
find
the
him.
story whatsoever.
Was
never
it
would
Jim?
have
I
thought
think
to
Jim
mention
was
it.
locked in here. It said on the whiteboard out there, dude. Maybe you're
this
just
is
not paying
somehow
enough
its
attention.
own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
What friends? Come on, dude. What are you talking about?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably
Shit.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Hey,
That or with drug
you got the
money.
stupid part
Also,
right.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? Stanley,
Well,
were you
I've come
gonna?
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Huh?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Call my neighbors up.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer.
It's too bad I'm wearing headphones.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless.
They ain't gonna hear you. My body's gonna rot, buddy.
It's indicative of the long-term.
My cat's gonna
sustainability
eat
of
me.
your species. Please remove
He's been
their
looking
corpse
for
from the area and instruct
an
another
opportunity
human
now.
to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Yeah? But it's scary out there. It's nice and safe in here. We're good. Come on, man. Say something else. Say one more thing. One more thing. I dare ya. I dare ya. Paul, I might have to leave you here. I'm sorry, buddy. Come on, narrator. Narrator! Narrator, I'm talking to you! Narrator! Okay, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is that what you think? What if we hid down here? Who is sleeping here? Was somebody sleeping here? It looks kind of like it. Fire hose. Oh, how's the stream look, by the way? I upped the resolution, but I don't know how it looks. It might be choppy. If it is, let me know.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I
And
mean,
then something
it had been a
occurred to
while.
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously.
I'm not
out of
frothing at the
existence
mouth,
in a
you're
single
frothing at the
moment
mouth.
For no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
I was playing with
For
a
example,
raccoon outside.
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I was wondering
Why
that
did
earlier.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Yeah?
He yelled. This is
No,
all
I'm pretty
a
sure you're in a
dream."
video game.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Soaring.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because there ain't
Now
a
the voice
star
was
in heaven that I
describing
can't
itself
reach,
being
buddy.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I
Now,
like this
hearing the
mountain.
voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Stop
He
freaking
would
out!
prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
4,
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
6.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Are you done counting sheep, dude?
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want
really
is my
hammering on
life
those.
exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You didn't sound too good. Ah, shit!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Drink the coffee, drink the coffee, drink the coffee, drink the coffee, drink the coffee!
My voice. Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead
Hey,
on the
Bob,
sidewalk.
did you still want
And
to
although she would
play
soon
Foxhole
turn to
today?
go call
Yeah,
for an
I'll play
ambulance,
anything, man.
For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what
do you have
isn't.
Discord? I'll add you.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
That's
So
not
it was
Stanley's
only a
wife.
moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And
For
then
some
she
reason, I
turned
remembered
around.
this ending as her being his wife, but that ain't it. Only thing about Foxhole, I don't think it's good to stream it because you will leak a ton of intel to the enemies. Because it is like
How wonderful.
1 versus 1
Stanley was
team.
alone.
Username is Bob.
Finally, this
Alright, let's go to fine, no, add BOV. Alright.
is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, let's go back. Maybe we can open a door
Stanley
now?
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Nope, shh, don't close the door on yourself. Do it twice. Wait, you think we're getting stream sniped? No, I'm saying, in general, you don't really want to put it out there because, like, people will even go and watch the past streams or
When
whatever.
Stanley
So they,
came to a set of
if
2
you open your
doors,
map
he entered the
on
door
Foxhole,
left.
it says exactly where, basically everything is for the enemy to find out, and they can find out exactly what supply routes they need and stuff like that. Like, it's, just by opening your map, you give an insane amount of information.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps he wanted
I
to
was
stop
supposed to
by
go
the
left.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Alright,
This
we're passing
room.
through here.
What? But
We
eager
already
to get
stayed in
back to
there.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah, I'm not gonna jump this time and kill myself. That was a bad idea.
Stanley was so bad at following
We're gonna go this
directions,
way.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep, cross here instead of jumping down and
Stanley,
fucking
I think
dying.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your
Didn't get an
enemy,
invite?
really, I'm not.
Friend request?
I
It's
realize
BOV,
that investing
right?
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing.
Ooh!
Really? I was in the middle of
I
something.
don't
You have
care, dude.
zero
I don't-
consideration for others.
Okay. Add friend. BOV. BOV. Sent.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now
You
listen
sound really
carefully, this is
sinister, dude.
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nah.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Nope.
Stanley walked through the red
No,
door.
I didn't. No, I
I
didn't.
still
I
don't
didn't.
think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked.
Nope.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
I
find
do.
out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Did you get it, by the way? Huh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
I'm sorry,
Broken
dude.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Let me check. RCA yellow.
Ill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Alright.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Nah.
Go ahead, Stanley.
No,
Take a
no thanks.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
I'm
here.
giving you a 1.
A 1?
Yep.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Alright. Let's see. DMs. Pending. Okay, gotcha. Bob.
Not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Do you
Let's
think?
take a look.
Sure, we'll go through here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Yeah. Yep.
Again,
You
honest
did
answers,
it.
please.
You did it, buddy. You did it.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let me
I'll
boot it
take a
up.
look at it and then I'm going to Foxhole.
In this game, the baby crawls left
Oh.
towards danger.
Oh.
You click the button to
Well,
move
fuck
him
them
back
kids.
to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
That-
It's a very
yep.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
'Kay,
But of
can-
course,
can we watch the
message
baby
of
burn
game
now?
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Fuck them kids.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the
Probably
latter,
a
I don't
little
know
bit
what
of
to do.
both.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
You're
Your
welcome.
input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? just to ease
Sure.
the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What are we playing now? Oh, Minecraft. Okay.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing
The
to do
button
with.
of death.
But is it enough? Tell me
Well,
that,
I mean, the
Stanley.
button would save the
Will it
baby. I
ever
mean,
be
it was
enough?
more like the button of
Well, I'll
life.
say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose.
We can move.
Watch this, Stanley.
Can we jump?
I'm
Nope.
going to build a house.
Where? 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 Oh.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
Nice, nice. Little dirt place. Oh, we can't walk in there, though.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just
Yep,
to finish
yep,
it
thank
all
you.
off... Yes.
All right.
It's complete. I
You didn't
made
press it,
this.
so you'll never know. That's fair.
at
You
it.
know what?
Gaze upon my work
That
of
is-
art
that
and
is
feel
fair.
ashamed at your own inadequacy.
You got me there, Bob.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Isn't
Okay.
it grand?
Thank you.
Isn't it perfect?
Yeah.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out
360.
of diamond.
360.
Diamond
360.
everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
We're dancing for you. Okay, fine. We'll go mining. Let's go. Are we gonna craft after that? Sounds like a fun time, dude.
Oh my.
Way better
It
than
looks
your
like it's
game. What
going
the
to get a
fuck
bit
was
dark.
that?
Have you brought a light?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Do
no,
I?
No,
No, I don't have
this
flashlight.
Is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
Whee!
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
Oh shit!
Even the
I heard
diamonds
a.
couldn't save this one.
I heard a
Okay, new
monster.
game.
I'm hearing a mon. Okay, I was having fun, dude. I was gonna mine. Oh, Portal! I just beat this one.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You
Ah,
sit in a
we
glass
got our
box
cup.
with no way out, listening to me
Woo.
talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out.
Where's
Okay,
GLaDOS?
now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh, thank you. Speedrun. No, we can't. We can't bunny jump. Never mind.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. You're
You press
forte.
buttons, just like Stanley. All right, Stanley, put it
Genius.
there. Flashbacks to Cake Boat and NPC Monster. I'm
actually,
sorry, I
you know
didn't mean to
what? I
give you
think that's
PTSD
plenty.
about that.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
All right, then I'm gonna fall. Whee! Oh, it's the alpha. Oh shit! There ain't no floor there. What's this? PT? This game was before PT's time, I think. I really want to play PT, actually. Is there a PC version? $4.27. What you hiding in here? You know what? Let's close ourselves in. Can't. Narrator boy, narrator. Bro's in the Stanley's back rooms. Kane Pixels.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos.
It was kind of boring
and the
without you
fear
talking
and
in
the
my ear.
confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close,
I need you to speak Japanese to me more.
the end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Mm-hmm. We both are. Okay, there we go. The end is never the end is never the end. Loading. Average non-abusive relationship? Ah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, maybe I should start abusing him. Hey, buddy. Where you at? You have a mighty punchable face right now.
Came to a set of two
Sure,
open
I'll
doors.
listen to you this
He
time.
entered the door on his left.
All right, we'll go to the boss's room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Fine.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
I'll do
walked
it.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll listen to you for once. Executive bathroom. Damn, I had to piss. Receptionist? Business time. All right.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
I thought it was
discover not
Wednesday.
An indication of any human life. Shocked,
I'm the most
unraveled,
expensive boss.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who
Carte
orchestrated
blanche.
this. What dark secret was being
Et
held from him?
Mont Blanc.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Sewage
guarded the terrible
Lilies
truth that his
by
boss had been
Claude
keeping
Money.
from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Where is he hiding it?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, it's right there. All right, fine. 2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
Yay.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Big door. Whoa, what's that? Hmm. My settings just opened.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What's down here?
Stanley walked straight ahead
Mind
through the large
control?
door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. Oh, you know what? You're trying to trick us. You're trying to trick us with the escape. That's the mind control. All right. So we just stick our head in here and we get out.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I do. I do. Can we walk off somewhere? Nope. Camera's on.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
247.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
You're creepy, dude.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
Fired?
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
What's that?
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
I mean,
it was unthinkable.
Stanley,
wasn't it?
you're gonna have
was it
to.
even possible? Had
gonna
he
have to
truly
realize
spent
something.
his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Do you hear these? Do you hear those? That might be me controlling
Here
you,
was
buddy.
the proof, the heart of the operation.
Mine
Controls
says offline,
labeled with
okay.
emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink
Turn
in,
it up.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Now let's turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah, I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you
Yeah,
go and
well,
you
I
tried
was
to take
happy.
control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
No? I wanted to give it up. What the?
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to
come
throw
on.
my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Bravo.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
That ain't good.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your
Control
heart's
disabled?
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time
Oh.
left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb
up there,
goes
up there.
off. But what precious moments each one
Set
of
off the
them is.
nuke.
More
Where's the
time
button?
to talk about you, about me.
Where is the
Where
button?
we're going. What all this
Let's
means.
blow this place
I
sky high.
barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
I gotta push
a
them
moment
in
of
order.
solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood.
Do I have to wait
You're
for
gonna
it,
die
or
anyway.
can I
I'll
can
tell
I
you
speed it
exactly
up?
What happened to them? I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything
All right,
and
fine.
take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34
sure?
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with
That ain't it.
I'm going to put some
What was
extra time on the clock. Why not?
4 yellow.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What's 1?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you
I
just
think I have an
assume when
idea.
you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
3
Running from
for
button to button,
blue.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think
I don't really
Stanley?
want to get saved.
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what
Variable
your
not
purpose in this
accessible.
place is?
Oh shit, we broke it.
Stanley, You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
Re-enter
That
passcode.
timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Oh my gosh, you
See
sick
made
bastard.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a
One red.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you...
Goodbye,
can't.
employee 427. Okay.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have
30
left
seconds.
to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end. Just
Okay.
you being blown to pieces.
We're gonna blow up. That's
Desperately
fine.
for a frail
That's
life.
fine.
Or will you let it go peacefully?
Oh.
Another
Oh,
choice.
we're really starting to shake. You know what?
Or
10,
don't. It's all the same.
9,
to me, all a part of the
8,
joke. And believe
7,
me,
6,
I will be laughing
5,
at every second of your
4,
inevitable life
3,
from the moment we
2,
begin until the
1.
moment I say,
Boom! Sadly, you cannot turn it off. Oh. So I was just trying a whole bunch of nonsense. Alright, Stanley.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Yeah? Let's go left and
When
then
Stanley
down
came
and
to
then
a set
listen.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll actually cross the thing this time. Sure.
Yet there was
The,
not a single
crane.
person here either. Feeling a wave of
Do unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing. Don't
Stanley
get fired.
decided to go
Alright.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a
No, we're
staircase,
going down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yup. No, wait. Shit. That's just gonna repeat. Nope. Fine, we'll go up. And then we'll go through the escape. You're done
Stepping
2
into his
endings now. I
manager's
mean
office,
3.
Stanley
You could have
was
gone
once
down?
again
Oh.
stunned to
I
discover
got the
not
ending
an
there.
indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
No, come on. I was trying to go faster. You're gonna make me wait around? Dude. Dude. Let me out.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. We'll go through the escape now. NVM then. Bloody Stanley. What is going on here?
Stanley walked straight ahead through
Nope,
the large
through the
door
escape.
that read Mind Control Facility.
What is that? No, I don't want to have you open. Okay.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. Well, too late now.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every
Don't
opportunity
tell me
to
that.
turn around and get back on track.
If you tell me that, then
At this point,
I might think
Stanley
about
was
turning
making
around.
a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's called suicide. I give up. Oh. Oh. Oh wait, never mind. We survived.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and
Oh.
closer to his
Oh,
demise,
not for
he
long, I
reflected
guess.
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted
What?
this violent end.
What
to
did he
his
just
dreamy,
say?
Shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Nope. Alright. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Computer,
Do you
office
see
layout.
that Stanley
This
was
blueprint shows
already
the office
dead
from the
from the
beginning of the
moment
game.
he
The
hit
path
start?
from Stanley's office to the 2 doors is the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. The office. Button sounds. Credits. Alright. The office, 431 to 436, the maintenance room. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was the clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Greenlight. September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Oh, nice. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD Remix. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. Larger. Words, words. If someone could just get rid of this text, then maybe I could see what the game is about. Not today. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as much as making fun of the people who liked shooters, which was not our intention. Oh. I mean, that would be kind of fun, though. Yes, the Stanley Museum. Game design mockup. Elevator. Countdown desk. The Freedom ending. And the Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Are you
How
talking
they
about
both
on and
wish
off?
To be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Oh,
No, perhaps not. Sometimes
Explore
these
everything
things
before
cannot
you
be seen.
fuck.
But listen to
Damn,
me.
never mind.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Alright. We made it.
This is the story of a
Stanley survived. Wait. What?
all of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Huh? I hate Mondays.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Sure.
he
I'll
entered the
listen to you
door on
this
his
time.
left.
Is it the
Yet
same?
there was not a single person.
Do
here
not alter
either.
without consulting whiteboard
Feeling
manager.
A wave of disbelief, Stanley
Weekly
decided
targets
to go
admin,
up to
marketing
his
Mondays.
boss's office,
Oh, it's
hoping he might
Atrioc.
find an answer there.
Group 40X, Group 45X. This box is too small. Legal. Termination Tuesdays. Office efficiency. It's a little ironic. IT department. We're broke Wednesdays. Financial planning meeting. Boss's inspection. 8bird. Mergers. Ideas and development. Pre-review of weekly review. Weekly review. Pranking floor 5 meeting. What to do about 432. Don't tell 432 about me meeting. Office party. Alright. Can't get my mind off of House F&D because of you now. Ah. Have you been watching it?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Let's
office.
go down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Is this the same
admitting
ending?
He had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Oh, it is the same
For
ending.
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
Alright. Back. We got that ending. What? Where are all the papers?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Damn. I guess I missed out on something.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office. but
I've
it
been
didn't make a
rewatching, in
single
fact. I
difference.
still remember all those
Nor
years ago
did
when
it
I watched the
advance
finale for the
story in any
first time.
way.
Best hour of my life. I don't think I watched the finale. I never finished House. I
When Stanley
watched
came
it
to a set of two
a
open
few
doors,
times,
this
though,
was
as I
not
was
the
younger,
correct
and
way
I
to
never
the
I
meeting
never
room,
finished
and
it.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Maybe I
just to
did, and I
admire
just had it in the background. I don't know.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Fine. Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
All right,
boss's
let's
office.
go listen to him this time when we get up there.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad.
Uh-huh.
Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, you already did it for me. Thanks. That was much faster. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Are these the only two ways?
Although this passageway had the word, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
No. Nope. Nope.
Nope, still on board with death.
Maybe. You have more to say? You can pretty much summarize the entire show by going to OK Buddy Vicodin and sorting by top of all time, but it's slightly less fun. OK Buddy Vicodin
The door
sounds
behind him was not
crazy.
shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Do I? Heh.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Alright, Bob, did you want to play Foxhole? Oh shit, I had that open. Alright. Let me send this. Oh shit. Alright, send me your Steam. I'll send it, but I have mine on private. I don't want to see this ending again. Alright, I'm gonna end this and then start again, but change up the stream settings. Oh, do you have Foxhole? Okay. Yeah, send me your Steam on Discord. Alright. Be back with some Foxhole.